Hi everyone, welcome to this week's analysis on STI. We are now looking at STI weekly chart, which in my opinion, that weekly chart is a good chart to look at because we can get a clearer view of the intermediate trend, which because weekly chart will just remove the daily noise that is happening on the daily chart, so it gives us a clearer picture. And what we are seeing here is that on the STI weekly chart, we see a very good up move, which starts from the mid of December all the way stretching up to the end, towards the end or an early Feb of this year. However, during the early Feb, end of Jan and early Feb, we see these two high volume bars here, and then these two bars here. We see a narrowing of spread, and on the next bar we see a drop in volume, and the spread is narrow, coming to the 3000 level. There is some supply that's coming into the market at this level here, which are also been expected because we see the supply zone that is above the 3000 level to be a big challenge for STI. So that is expected, and that knocks STI sideways for 6 weeks of sideways movement, negotiating the 3000 level. On this sideways movement, we are also seeing a decrease in volume. So basically what I have deduced from this trading range is that demand is tiring out, as we can see that volume is decreasing on the up bars, which is indicated by the by the black volume bars here, but selling are also decreasing, which is also marked by the red volume bars here. So in the overall picture here, market is actually in a very neutral position because we see both demand and supply reducing in the market. Activity is now coming into downers, so I would expect more sideways movement to come, and given the 6 weeks sideways movement, I believe STI has been in a very good position in building a course for a future big move to come. And this course is built now has a tendency of moving up. So what I would expect is that if we have some sideways movement for another 1 week or two, we might be seeing a sizable up move for STI probably in the near future. However, the move in the later part of the sideways movement, we want to see more positive bars, which is up bars with increase in volume, down bars with decreasing volume. So that would tell us that supply has may have already been tired out at this level here, and demand is coming in to push STI upwards. So we want to see some pickup in volume on the weekly chart here, and then will give us a much clearer direction. But however, at this moment here, I would think the intermediate trend of STI is neutral because of the cancelling of demand and supply at this level here, which appears to be more balanced. So now let's take a look at the daily chart. So on the daily chart, what I'm looking at here is that we have this down move here. If we compare this down move with this up move, it shows that the down move has much difficulty in moving down. There's less ease of movement downwards, and on the up move we see a much easier to move up. And the duration of the up move and down move is almost identical, and we are now seeing a slight up move here on the last bar, which is on the Friday. However, I am not seeing any supply that's coming in here, and also demand was not being treated well. With we see some demand that's come in on this bar, which is coming to the 3000, the 3031 level resistance, but the follow through wasn't very impressive. And then we see some selling coming in, but the selling volume is not very high, so we are not seeing some liquidation at this moment. Instead, we probably be seeing some profit taking. Because of this up move here, we may have a lot of weak holders that's coming to the market at the later stage here, and this sideways movement is just simply a tiring out process to tire out all these weak holders that's coming into the market, and probably allow the big operators, the big boys, to accumulate certain position at this level here for STI to move even further upwards. So that is my view in the overall structure here. And on the Friday bar, we are seeing a slight very much increase in volume, but I wouldn't take this volume very seriously, because this volume was 70% of this volume was made up by the Genting's volume on one day. So basically, if you remove that 70% or you remove the 50% of this volume here, it's probably about the same as about this previous day's volume, and we have a very narrow spread up bar here, and well, closing on the high. That's one thing good, because we now see that supply has been exhausted. As we can see, the down volumes are getting lower, and what we are seeing here is that demand is consistent along this area here. So we do expect some demand to come in at this halfway point. This is marked by this line here, the halfway of this trading range, and I would think that we may not be seeing STI coming to the halfway point, and next week we probably be trading in the top range here, and probably building a course for STI to test the 3031 level probably later of the week, in the probably Wednesday to Friday, to test the 3031 level. And that is the upside possibility. However, there is still a downside possibility, which is probably equally possible, because we are seeing a very narrow spread, and this up bar on this Friday here, we are not seeing it coming halfway or taking halfway of this down bar here. So there is still some relative weakness on STI, and the thing is that we are also very near to the halfway point here. With lack of demand, supply may take advantage of that and push STI below the halfway point. And if we see supply coming in a bigger way with increase in volume, then I would think that the 2906 level, which is the low made on the 7th of March, would probably be tested, and at this level I would probably expect I would expect some support to come in, or demand to come in at this level here to support STI. Else we will be seeing a bigger correction on STI towards the 2800 level, which is the next logical level for support, where we can see a resistance with break, and then it has not been tested, and that might be a highly likely place for STI to be testing at this level once the 2900 level is broken. However, if we are seeing on the upside and we see volume coming in on the upside, and picking up of activity, the volume picking up on the upside towards the 3031 level, I would expect STI to probably further its up move to 3100 level, which is the a little more difficult in challenging it, because we are seeing this big gap here, and this is really a very much bigger challenge for STI on the upside. So we do mark out all this level to take a look at it, and when we are trading, or we are getting into a position on any stocks, and when we see STI coming into critical levels, and the behavior is behaving not as what we expected, we probably want to close our position. Or if it happens or behaves normally or even strongly, then we probably can hold a position or add position to it. So that is my take of the STI, and in the coming weeks, and in my analysis. So I hope you trade well next week, and be careful out there. I will talk to you the next week. Thanks.